Okay, can you still hear me? Normal?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay, it's recording. I think it should work. Okay.
We'll find out.
Okay, thank you for helping me demo this feature, Chris. I have been working on this for 2 weeks ago, uh, in weekends. This is a hobby project, like many things in FreeCAD. And thank you for your time, for taking time to see what I'm doing. The
Of
idea is to
course.
show something is something simple in essence, but sometimes it's difficult to explain just in words or doing boring videos or something like that. So it's easy to show to a friend and do some ask and answer questions about that. It should work better. The basic idea is I will share my screen to show you something. Entire screen. Okay. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. The basic thing is this keyboard, right? This is a left hand keyboard. It's basically a numpad for the left hand, right?
Yeah.
But it has additional layers for specifically designed for FreeCAD usage. So basically, there are 4 layers. The basic normal layer is for numeric input because in FreeCAD what we do is basically numeric input all the time. And the other 3 layers are for special functionalities. For example, one layer for camera manipulation or menu navigation, things like that. And 2 additional layers, one for expressions combined with the numeric input. You can input expressions in the bars or bar sets or things like that, and another special layer for sketcher, designed to give quick access to the constraints and things like that. This is just 4 layers, uh, to keep it simple, right? And the basic concept or special part in FreeCAD is that the idea that I am trying to propose here is to map the basic numpad layout to something directly related uh, geographically in FreeCAD. So what I mean? I mean that you have these 9 keys in the keypad, and you always have your hand on this keyboard, and this layout mimics the layout of the menu in FreeCAD. So in FreeCAD, I have created this style menu that you can navigate and just access any action with one of the numeric keys. So it helps quick access to any functionality, and you can arrange these tiles whatever you want, depending on your specific workflow, things like that. So this is the basic concept, right? Is clear until this point?
Yeah. Yeah, this looks really cool. I like the idea of having the mapping directly from the layout of the keys to what you see on the screen, because building up that muscle memory at first,
Yes,
that's the challenge that I've had with other sort of hardware devices. Like, it takes me a while to learn where all those little buttons are.
exactly. That's the point. So the other thing is, uh, the idea is to keep the mouse free for for navigation, for digamos precise work with the right hand. So I use this trackball mouse. So, and I don't want to put my hand in this numeric, because I need to move the hand from the mouse to the keyboard and things like that. I don't know why keyboards has the numeric pad at the same side of the mouse. So the basic idea is that this hand is always in this numeric keypad, and so we don't have to move my hands uh, to access shortcuts, macros, or things like that. and still keep my right hand in the pointing device, right? So this is the other part. So now we can see it in FreeCAD. This is the dark theme. Do you prefer light or dark?
I use both of them. So
Excuse me?
I use both. So
Okay, no, I mean
because
because.
as a developer, I'm always testing. So
Okay,
so
okay.
I use both.
Okay, let's use that. So basically, I will show you here the menu. Is this menu is I am controlling only with my hand in the keyboard. So I have this tiles thing where we can select any of the pre-configured tiles just using these 9 keys.
So you're pushing some buttons on your hardware with your left
Yeah.
hand there to navigate between those tiles and then to activate what you're calling a layer here. Is that right?
Yeah, I just push one button here, this layer, and
Okay.
it shows it pop us this tile based menu, and with these keys I can navigate through the tiles.
Got it.
So I just open the menu with one key, and then I can just using like normal arrow keys, but in the keyboard navigate to these tiles. And I can also activate any of the workbenches that I have small icons here in the bottom, because is faster than just looking here and whatever. So I have access to all these things here, and I
Is
can
that list
also.
of workbenches configurable?
Yeah, this is
Like-
this right now it gets the workbenches that the user has enabled, and hit anything that the user has disabled in preferences. But I can add more customizable things. Right now the tiles can be fully customized by the user. You enter this edit mode, and here is where you define the menu, and you can put things wherever you want, or modify your layout whatever you want, or import new commands. For example, I don't know, I want a new page from part, for example, and I want some of these actions, and I can just import this page here, put wherever I want, and I can also reorganize how to assign the keys, the 9 numeric keys to the actions, or even search for other actions here and just drag and drop to
That's awesome.
this part. Then suppose I save this, and I can now access here these new actions that I have added. These are disabled because part is not active, but I can activate here directly. Yeah, now they are activated. And I can have multiple worlds. So for example, this is for fasteners. I have another example here. This is different configuration, different pages, because we can support multiple workflows. So different workflows requires different quick access things. So all these layers are around the center of the world, and we can put tiles around the center, so keeping focus around virtual center of the world. And just when we open the menu, it opens at the center of the world, and we can navigate up, down, left, right, and we can have multiple worlds, for example, and save and assign names or whatever tests things, different worlds, different configurations. But this is totally user defined, so the user is free to create, organize any commands wherever he wants, and it can also share its work with other people. Just export the file, other one can just import the file from somewhere, and it gets the world, the tiles imported in his FreeCAD. So if I want to use something specific, I just select the menu and I can just select any of the worlds I have created, and I get the all the tiles that I am using. This is very useful, for example, for fasteners, because there are tons of these kind of things. And muscle memory is very important here, because you can organize, for example, hexagonal in some row, pistol in other rows, all these kind of things, and you easily remember where they are, instead of a bunch of infinite toolbars that fasteners create when you activate. As you can see right now, I have deactivated all the toolbars, so I don't need that, because I can access anything from here. This is the idea. This is the basic thing. Um, my promise was to keep this short. So basically, this keypad is organized. The other thing is that when you do things here, I don't know. Let's create something here, and editing anything here in FreeCAD is numeric input. So this keyboard is designed to just out of the box is numeric in default layer. So for most of the work in FreeCAD, you don't have to move your hands out of the keypad, because you can enter the numbers, navigate, select the tools, whatever thing you want, and you can even animate the scene with the keyboard. This is just one key in the keyboard that allows you to do that. Just your hands are just in place, one in the mouse and one in the keyboard, and you don't have to move your hands anywhere. So this is the thing. This is the basic idea.
It's great. As always, your user interface work is so good, Frank. I love the way you design user interfaces. They're so elegant, and you can make all the modifications that you want to, and it just works the way a user would expect it. So I think that is really beautiful. I use a Space Mouse. I've got the Space Mouse Enterprise, and so the idea of doing the two hands, not using the keyboard interface, is very familiar to me. But yours is so much more elegant and so much more, like, I find myself having to look at the Space Mouse a lot. Part of that is just I haven't built up the muscle memory, but part of it is they're not helping you build the muscle memory either. It doesn't have a lot of like streamlined access, and this idea of the layers and then the worlds built on top of that to support different workflows is great. I just think that's a really excellent, well thought out process. So kudos to you, because that's
Thank you.
I think it's great.
Okay, I hope the users find it useful also. In the beginning, there is some configuration stage because the world is empty, and you need to, okay, how I work. So I can design my worlds based on my workflow, and then I can start developing muscle memory about this own design. That's the idea. This is the new project. I will publish it soon. I am finishing some preferences and things like that, so the user can customize almost everything. There is also themable, yeah, and one feature that I like also is the sharing. So I can create my worlds things, and I have this very good workflow that I have developed over time using, and I can just share. Hey Chris, or you can say, give me your tiles, then I send you a file and you get it, and we can reuse in many computers, whatever thing. Yeah.
Nice. The only UI suggestion I have for you is I do switch between workbenches a lot, and so streamlining the ability, if you can do that without moving your hands as well, and especially if you could hotkey that or something so that I don't have to use the mouse to select the teeny tiny little icons. I have, because I have so many add-ons installed, of course, I have, I don't know, dozens of workbenches. They're not all going to fit in that little line. So,
No, it's multi-row. Yeah, I need to finish some things. For example, the idea is to keep everything constrained to these 9 keys, but the keyboard also has additional 6 keys for macros and any kind of custom things. So the idea is that the user can assign, for example, workbenches to these keys, because in any workflow specific. But for example, I also test a lot of things, and I have also dozen of add-ons installed. And but when I am doing something, really designing some stuff, I use 2 or 3 only,
Right.
because
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
specific
Same
task.
here.
So this is the idea of the world, because okay, in this task, I will need the world for mechanical, for example. Then I give this specific world. It gets the specific workbenches, the specific
Oh, okay.
tiles, the specific things.
I didn't realize that the workbenches were also part of the world configuration.
Yeah, I'm working on that. This is
Uh,
was all
yeah, that's what I want.
yeah, that was my idea later, but I have not developed that. But the idea is that these workbenches initially is multi-row thing, but this is not good, because the idea is to keep 9 keys all the time, because it's what you get at one click, one thing,
Yep.
and you do. So the idea is to allow customization of this bar, so the user assign to the world the specific workbenches in this world. So selecting the word also change the workbenches, and we can keep it minimal and
Yeah, that's
focus it
perfect.
all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, very cool, Frank. Great work.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
looks awesome. So, thanks for inviting me to take a look at it this morning.
Thank you for your time. I hope the users enjoy it too, and I will publish as soon as I can, in beta, obviously.
Of course. Awesome. All right. Well, have a
Okay.
great
Have a
day.
nice day. Thank you for your time.
Thanks.
Bye.
Yeah, absolutely.